Okay, I'll go ahead and open it up.
So Frank, you've been moving around offensive linemen to kind of cross-train. Do you think at some point that comes at the cost of chemistry and maybe the first-team offense?
Yeah, there's always that fine balance. We talk about healthy tension all the time, and how much do you do that, right? Because you're exactly right, Mike. That offense, you need that chemistry. You need to get going, and but at the same time, we need to figure out who those five guys are going to be, and it is a competitive battle inside. So, we'll just continue to work towards that final five. And I think here in the next week, should come to hopefully a conclusion. But you're exactly right in what you're thinking.
We saw Terrace lead practice with on the card, and then Miles Sanders. Do you have an injury update on those guys?
Yeah, so Miles, we continue to monitor him, with the groin strain. And then who was the other one you mentioned?
Terrace.
Yeah, Terrace, he tweaks a little something in his back. So we're getting that checked out. I haven't got the report on it yet.
Are you trending toward anyone at the right guard position?
No, it's still up in the air. It's a competitive battle. Probably want to get through this game, make it, and probably lean towards a decision after this game, so that we go into that last game kind of with how that starting five is going to be.
With Zavala and Nash coming back, how much does that kind of help settle that?
Yeah, well, that's been, we've been trying to hold off making a decision until those guys get back, to be quite honest, because we feel like those guys are in the mix and had shown a lot of positive things, but their injuries have just kind of lingered on a little bit longer than we anticipated or wanted. And so, we'll see how that plays out this week.
How did Zavala look out there today?
He's looked good. He's looked good. He, really even in the last couple workouts that he's had, where he has doing individual period, he looks good. But we just wanted to kind of wait to ramp him back up into kind of full team reps.
Dissecting the film, where would you like to see that unit up front work on the most?
Obviously from just get more consistent. I feel like there's been so much positive throughout the whole OTAs and throughout all of training camp. I feel like we feel like our O-line is a strength for us. As we're working to kind of build that chemistry and build who that starting five is. Saturday was not a good day for us as a team. It was not a good day up front, but that doesn't make me waver at all in my belief of our offensive line and who we are. So we'll learn from that and be much better.
How did Nash kind of get on your guys' radar? Was that the scouting department? Was that Todd Wash's North Dakota State connection? How did that come to?
It was all those guys. I mean, it was a little bit of, scouts identifying the guys, and then, Campy getting heavy into the mix and, diving into it. So it's that combination of scouts, coaches, and but really the scouts lead the way, and then the coaches kind of get in the last month or so and try to help lean the decision one way or the other.
Frank, you used the word vanilla the other night to kind of describe game plan. How do you draw the line between not wanting to show anything versus building some degree of chemistry with the people who are going to be out there doing it?
Yeah, very fair question, Darren. I mean, I'm going to err on the side of being a little bit more vanilla, but but at the same time, you want to have a little bit of success. I mean, you do want to have a little bit of success. So really, obviously didn't anticipate Saturday going the way it did. We came out on Wednesday attacking, being relentless, and really just had great energy on Wednesday in the joint practice, and was really envisioning seeing that carry over to Saturday, and it didn't. So, so we'll learn from that, right? We'll learn from that. We got to continue to be relentless, physical, attack, and put our guys in good position. So we'll balance that off a little bit, but I'm still going to err on the side of not showing too much.
Frank, is Cam Irving a day-to-day deal with his ankle or more week-to-week?
That's a fair question, Joe. I'm still working through that. My experience tells me if I say week to week, then it's high ankle sprain, and that's code for high ankle sprain. And if it's day to day, it's not high ankle. So I probably need another day or two to kind of see how it settles down. to kind of weigh what the MRI said and what he is clinically in the clinical examination, trying to put those pieces together, give it a day or two to settle down to really determine where that's at.
What about Henry Anderson and Derek Wright?
Same thing, Derek with the knee. I think he'll be fine, but it might be a minute. It might be a minute for him. But, and then with Henry, same thing. Henry's going to be a minute. But again, we'll just continue to kind of, I always like, the day, two after, I like to let it settle down for a couple days and then kind of come back with the doctors and really nail down what our timetable is.
Frank, to follow up on what Darren was asking about more of a generic play call, how does that impact your evaluation?
It can be both good and bad, right? So the idea, in theory, it's, hey, don't make it really simple so that the guys don't have to think and they can just go out and play and run our basic plays. And we evaluate the one-on-one. They don't have to worry about fronts moving, backers moving. They don't have to, receivers don't have to worry about motion, shift alignments, and funky things. They don't have to worry about multiple formations. So that gives them an advantage to play faster. But when we do some of the things that we do to be multiple, as we say we are, that gives the players a little bit of an edge. It puts a little bit of a seed of doubt in the defense. It gives our guys a little bit of an edge, and we're not giving them that edge. So in essence, we're saying, hey, we're going to make you run uphill in this game, meaning we're going to make it hard on you. We're not going to do some of the little things that we do to try to create an edge for you. So you got to make your own edge. And that's a great opportunity for guys to step up and show us, who can do that. And so it'll be that balance going forward.
When you went back and looked at the film, what stood out with Rice that you really liked?
Just feel, accuracy, the way he worked through progressions. I like the aggressive throw down the field to DJ. I liked the little short completion in the right, that man-to-man coverage. You need to make some of those completions, those tough coverages. I liked his demeanor when he got walloped, and Dave, I have to apologize because I know you said something to me about a couple hits. I did not see, I only saw the one, but when I look back on the tape, you were right and I was wrong. Okay, there was another, at least one other one that was a pretty good hit, but I thought his demeanor on how he bounced back from that, I thought that was all good.
Frank, saw the Jets do a couple of stunts. How would you, if you guys were vanilla, how would you describe what they were defensively?
They were pretty vanilla too, to be honest with you. Their defense in general is pretty vanilla. Their scheme and philosophy up front is wide nine techniques and just run the train tracks and penetrate. And then on third down, they're going to run some games. And they executed a couple games pretty effectively on us. Games that we've been blocking well in practice, all through OTAs and training camp. And so, we just got to lock down on those, and I'm confident we will.
Frank, when you saw Bryce respond to those hits, did you notice him staying consistent with his footwork and the pocket on the plays out?
Yeah, that's a great question. There was no flinch. He didn't get the jitters at all. No evidence of anything of being shaken, not in the huddle, not on the sideline. In fact, it was the exact opposite.
Sam had the pick in the game. Obviously, he's been a true special teamer, but what can he add defensively to you guys?
He's a playmaker. He's athletic. He has a knack for making plays. And I really respect, Sam's, he's such a unique and gifted special teams player and impact player on special teams. But really our challenge to him was to kind of step up his game on defense and become that player on defense as well. So, a lot of respect to Sam for the way he's handled his business.
Last question?
Coach, how do you balance the players, the new coach, the patience that you may have with this team, along with the rigors and demands of the NFL, and let's be successful now?
Yeah, that is exactly the $64,000 question. And it is a combination of patience and a sense of urgency. And I think people in general have a tendency to think either or, and we like to think both. It's both and. We want to be patient but have urgency. Be patient but have urgency. And I think those two can go together. And so that's the approach that we're taking.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.